and the pride of Sonoma, California. Joining us now on the Mason Crosby Show, doing a little dance for Sonoma there, I see. Tony Moll. Tony, welcome to the show. Uh-oh.
Oh, we can't hear him, Tommy.
I know it's Tony. I think it's on
What
your.
about now?
Yeah.
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go.
Yeah. Well, I was dancing because we're finally getting rain. It's raining here in California.
Okay. What are you, one rose in already today or what? Let's go.
Not yet. Not yet.
Nice.
Are
Well,
you
welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for having me. I love doing this. So anytime.
And Tony, I am wearing purple and yellow, but it is the Cudahy Packers, and this is Tommy, our producer. This is his Christmas gift to me. So I only will wear these colors if it's a gift from a good buddy.
Tommy was a stud offensive lineman at Cudahy.
Yeah, I was Milinovich Lineman of the Year in 2017. Thank you very much. You can lead with that next time you talk to Tony. It's my alma mater, and it's the only other Packers in the state of Wisconsin other than the ones on Green Bay.
You just leveled up like 10x. So
yeah, thank you.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, let's dive into this a little bit. We got a big matchup this weekend, Packers versus the Baltimore Ravens, with two teams that you played for. So kind of my first question, I've been thinking about this. We've talked about it a little bit before, but just tell us the differences in playing and maybe some of the similarities from going from Green Bay, going to the Ravens. Obviously, John Harbaugh was a brand new, he was I think second year maybe as a head coach there for the Ravens when you got there. So just talk about what it was like playing for both organizations on the week that they're going to play a big game on Saturday night.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, the Packers organization is different than all others, right? It doesn't have an owner. The fan base is just they live and breathe through what goes on Sunday. And when I went to Baltimore, they're really close to that as well. It's a community that just truly cares about the Ravens. The way that the organization treats its players, the facilities are top notch. This, as you kind of see when you go around the NFL, there's like different levels, different tiers of organizations, and the Ravens, there's definitely a top notch organization as well. But playing for Harbaugh, I mean, it's a tough blue collar, really similar to how McCarthy was for us back in the day. I mean, it was just like get in there and grind and and be tougher than everybody else. And so for me, I was like, this is great. I mean, going from Green Bay, where I love the philosophy there, and all of a sudden in Baltimore is the same thing. They're still similar to that today. I mean, it's a blue collar town. They play blue collar football, and it's fun to watch them and remember my past. But for me and what I am today, I mean, it's the gold stands for the Packers, and that's what I hold on to.
Nice.
Love that.
So I know you watch a lot of ball still, and you're just you're kind of tuned in. Have you been watching much of the Packers season? Watching this offensive line, do you have any thoughts from your professional opinion on how this Packers offensive line has been playing?
It's the game always changes, but the one place it really doesn't is his offensive line play. I mean, it's still about being able to figure out who's blitzing, how the safeties are rolling, linebackers are pushing one way or the other, and then making the changes and being able to stay on your feet and block the guy in front of you. It's been an interesting year. I feel like there's been quite a few hurries and quarterback rushes lately, and but ultimately, they're moving the ball down the field. It's just sustainability of getting into the end zone. Especially this late in the season. I mean, injuries stack up. I mean, Mace, you get in the end of the season. I mean, it's just trying to get through the day and
battle of attrition. Yeah.
Oh my God. And especially on the O-line, D-line. I mean, you're taking so much punishment. Even in practice. I mean, they're and I'm sure even today it's different. They're doing less and less, and just more about rehabilitation. But hopefully the speed and the quickness is what they've been known for to help protect Jordan Love is going to continue.
We got Tony Moll, former Packers offensive line, former Baltimore Ravens offensive lineman, and now just running Three Fat Guys Winery and crushing it out there in Sonoma. I want to ask you, because you could play every position on the line. You played a lot of different spots. What is that like for an offensive lineman, for an offensive line group, when there's injuries, guys having to be moved, doing all that? Like, did you have experiences where it kind of worked seamlessly, and sometimes where it was like, gosh, this mesh of this group just doesn't really work where guys are playing? Talk about injuries on the line and how that how shifting positions can really affect that offensive line core group.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me personally, it's what really helped me sustain a longer career in the NFL is my flexibility, being able to play across the line, play wing, play tight end, long snapper. And, that's part of being in the NFL is you have to be versatile. In the all five lineman positions, I mean, they're different of each other. Even though it doesn't really seem like it, but from guard to tackle, the way you move your body, your hips, your pad level, how you strike an opponent. And then all of a sudden, when you go from right to left and you have to reverse that, it's like a mirror image. It's hard on your body. It's uncomfortable. So playing in one position's far better, but that rarely gets to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like very rare.
So I have a follow-up to that. Yeah, I have a follow-up to that. Tony Moll joining us here on the guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. So what, some organizations like to keep their guys at one spot. Some organizations, like you mentioned, like that flexibility, like to move guys around. Why does it seem that some guys do a really good job with that? Like some guys are like, oh yeah, I'll move from left guard to right tackle to center to whatever, and it'll be totally fine. And then other guys, like you think, specifically like Elton Jenkins this year, where like everybody thought like the move to center, he's going to be great. He was great at guard, and it just didn't work. Why do some organizations, I mean, not just why it doesn't work for some players and not others, but why do some organizations, like, why don't they see that like somebody's really good at this position? Let's keep them at that position. Like, we don't have to be flexible with it.
Yeah. It could be just weekly philosophy too. I mean, depending on the defense you're going against, I mean, is it better to kind of move people around and have a stronger left side versus a right side more, versus being quicker? It's one of those it's hard to say. I mean, hey, 3 of my quarterbacks are playing in the NFL right now. I might make a return myself. I mean, that's all I know.
Let's go.
If they need another lineman, I'm happy to give them a series. I think that's all I could give.
Tony, how much of that do you think is like hindering the development of a guy like Jordan Morgan, right? Where he's just moving around all the time. They want him to play left tackle, but the opening was at right tackle, and then it was at right guard, and now he's on the bench. And another rookie already passing him up, going into one of the spots he was playing at. Like, how much of that is really affecting the Packers' former first-round pick?
If you got the 3 fat guys in this room talking about this, it'd be the biggest argument we'd all make. It's the thing that hampered us the most when we played, is how much we had to shift because of injuries, that we never got comfortable in one position to truly become the professional that they wanted. And so as soon as you kind of got, okay, now I'm set, I got a routine down, I'm communicating with my, the guy to my left, the guy to my right. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you got to jump over here. And now it flips you around. And it's great to be, seize the opportunities to get on the field. But at the end of the day, are you creating this core group that can just trust each other? Because truly that's what we're trying to do as an offensive line, is become one, a wall that either is blocking forward for a running back or, creating a pocket for the quarterback. And so, what do you want if I'm going to be moving around using, working with different people? It makes it extremely difficult. But, I think, at the end of the day, it's like, seize the opportunity, get on the field, and, you got to be that guy. And, ultimately, like I said earlier, I mean, it's what helped me sustain a longer NFL career, without a doubt, was my flexibility to be able to play and be in any position.
Yeah, you mentioned the quarterbacks, and you had sent me a text about that yesterday. I want to talk to me about your connection to the oldest quarterbacks in the NFL right now. With Phillip Rivers coming back, you've played with Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers, and with
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
whenever you went to the Ravens. So just talk about what that's like, seeing those guys playing still here in the NFL, and just talk about the three of them, like their unique, kind of who they are and what they're about, and what that experience was.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to look back at that. It's hilarious. It makes me feel young that they're still playing. But at the end of the day, it was three organizations that were always in the playoffs, and so I got to be a part of incredible football for my entire career. But playing with Brett was insane as a 20-year-old. Just playing with such a legend.
That's right. You played with Favre too,
and then being the same age as Aaron, and helping him get his career started was really cool, and kind of see him just take off. And we saw it in practice too. I mean, he'd outperform Brett, and we knew he was going to be taking over. And then going to Baltimore and with Joe, and you could see that Joe's tall, lengthy, and he could really throw the ball, but it was just a different philosophy. And so kind of
Oh, I think we just lost him right there in the middle of it.
Did you just throw him away, Tommy?
No,
You're just like,
it's all that rain. It's all that rain in Sonoma that just throws internet off. They don't know how to handle it.
I hope it is, because for the grapes and everything.
No,
they don't. You saw him celebrating, right, Mace?
He was happy.
Yeah. He's back.
This is the perfect time of year for it.
Don't worry. There he is. All right, Tony.
All good. No
you
worries.
were having such a great thought.
Listen, first storm.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
California.
A little rain and all the internet, everything goes down out there.
All right. O-line flexibility, A+, computer flexibility, F grade so far on Tony Moll right now.
So I mean, working with Joe, I mean, was really cool. I was like, okay, I got to play with a legend, and then I got to play with a guy that's going to be a legend, and now I get to play with a guy that is well on his way to creating his own legend, and being a part of that, and and seeing the difference of how Aaron Rodgers got to sit under Brett Favre, and now Joe's straight out of college and just performing, and it was it's just a different philosophy, but just really cool to be a part of, living on the East Coast, and then heading out back to California, playing with Phillip Rivers, who was 2 years in the league before I was. And there was just this weird moment of, he really does a great job of trying to be Brett Favre. I mean, they talk the same, their lingo's the same, the way that they handle cadence and audibles exactly the same. But when I was there, it was the same playbook as the Ravens. And so it was like this weird connection to kind of like end my career of just like bringing it all together. But all three, having those guys still playing right now, it makes it super cool. And and there's a lot more football for me to watch now, which is great.
Yeah, what did you think about Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement? I mean, it's like he's living the dream. He was 5 years
playing okay.
Yeah, 5 years, about to be off that NFL insurance, and he's like, "Hey, I got all these kids. I don't really want to keep doing. I don't want to have to pay for this stuff. I'm just going to jump back on that benefit train." So, yeah, he had a good night. He had a good night last night against the Niners. He threw for like 260 yards.
A good first half. Yep.
Yeah. It's taking a year off or two. I mean, it's good for you. I mean, I think it's going to prove him the way that we're rehabbing today versus 20, 30 years ago, and the way we're handling our bodies is, a guy like that doesn't take a lot of impact as a quarterback. They're sure they get hit and pulled down every once in a while. They might get an injury, but if your arm's still good, it's going to allow you to throw. And I think we're going to see that. I mean, we might finally be in an era that you're going to get these quarterbacks that the longevity gets them into their 40s. And I don't think longer than their 40s, but it's showing that it's capable, and it's, the mind is still strong.
I think only Tony, I think only quarterbacks are going to have these really long careers in the NFL, though. Like, I think NFL careers, not that they can get much shorter, but I we talk about this all the time with like NIL and like the money, even just being a professional. Like it's hard to be a pro though,
Sure.
and like do it for a long period of time. So I see these young guys, they're trying to stay in college because they're getting paid. And then it's like you get in the NFL. I mean, 5 year, you get to that second contract. You're like, hey, I got 10 years. I got, $80 million in the bank. Like I'm going to save my body and shut this thing down. I feel like quarterbacks are the only position that maybe are going to run 20-year careers anymore.
Exactly. I 100% agree. I mean, unless they threw crazy money at me to come be a speed bump, there's no way I'm coming back.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be big dollars. So that's why, like, let's just say a segue here. Why we got a sec. Like now you're in the, you're doing the wine business. You got you, Darren College, Jason Spitz, 3 fat guys. Like, tell everybody listening, just like what's going on there with 3 fat guys in the wine industry.
The thing that's the best part about this is, for the 3 of us, it keeps us talking. I mean, we're communicating, like I was literally just on the phone with Darren. We're figuring out some stuff for January. Getting ready. We're going to do a big dinner up in Boise, Idaho. Then flip right around and come back down to the Bay Area for the Super Bowl and all the events here that we're going to be a part of.
Nice. So you're going to be doing some stuff down there and for the Super Bowl festivities, if you will. Yeah. So, just Sonoma's, about an hour's drive from San Francisco, about 2 hours drive from Santa Clara, so we're really trying to push this year to get the NFL up to the North Bay, come be a part of wine country, come use this space. So we've done some promotional stuff with a handful of media outlets to kind of just promote the Bay Area. And, here's an opportunity to come up to the wine country and get some NFL flair. We have a really cool tasting room here in Sonoma that we have some massive TVs. So people come on the weekends to watch Saturday football, Sunday football. It's a fun atmosphere. And obviously we get into January, then you get the playoff watch parties. But we're a niche in ourselves because we don't take ourselves too seriously. Obviously we have a comical name, that just represents the true fat guys, the linemen. Nobody really knows our names anyway. So why do we need to use them? It makes it a cool brand, and, we celebrate good wine and in an unpretentious way, and it makes it fun. I like it. I need one of those hats. I like the hat right.
That is a fire hat. Mason, question for you.
Okay.
Tony Moll in college, over under 1.5 touchdowns.
Over.
Why?
Because he played tight end.
There you go.
Because he was a baller.
I thought I was going to trip you up on that one.
He was a baller. I mean, he played tight end occasionally.
The answer's 4.
Yeah,
the answer's
in the
4
NFL
by the way.
as well.
4, right, Tony? 4 touchdowns in college. Yep.
And it's a trick question because we had him on Crosby's crew, Molly and I, and we talked about his time there in Nevada as well. So Molly had already done all the research.
I should have asked Tommy. Tommy.
Tony, how do you take that transition in that late stage where you're in college and thinking about wanting to play in the NFL? Like tight ends, you can say, hey, I still get my blocking fix, but I have a chance to score touchdowns. And now you go to the NFL where if you're scoring a touchdown, something has gone horribly wrong on the play, probably.
Yeah, it's a bygone era. I mean, with NIL, I mean, think about like a coach going up to a tight end and being like, I need to turn you into an offensive lineman. You'd be like, I'm entering the transfer portal. We'll see you later, right? I mean,
I'm going somewhere else. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, at Nevada, we were running the pistol offense, which nobody knew what was going on except for us, which was the best part. We had an incredible tight end core. And so, I mean, I was basically more the blocking tight end. And so going into my senior year, one of our tackles went to the NFL, and there was a huge void that showed up in spring ball. And so I got surrounded by all the coaches, and they're like, we got to make you our other tackle. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I like touchdowns. I like all, and before I got out of the locker room, my phone rings. They got to my mom, and she's like, "You got to be."
They got to my mom.
I mean, heck of recruiters. I mean, they knew exactly who to call. But I mean, obviously, it was a good choice. I mean, it's a different game. Obviously, it's a lot more punishing, which is fun. I grew up in a household full of brothers, so it's just like I knew exactly how to treat people. on the football
That's right.
field.
How much weight did you put on? I know you've told us before, but
and how did you do it? Like, what did you get to eat? Was it fun eating that much? Was it a chore, or did you just get to eat all the McDonald's you wanted, or Wendy's, or whatever?
You know, I'm a healthy guy, so it's I put on 60 pounds in 6 months before, and I got up to 305 right the week before our first game against Washington State, and that was brutal. I mean, it was fun at first, but it got to the point where it was just like I was tired of eating. I mean, it was four major meals a day plus a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before bed.
Jeez. Did you like set an alarm to like wake up in the middle of the night to eat?
No, luckily not, but it was way too much. I mean, but you have all the buffets in Reno, so it wasn't hard to find, a big meal.
Yeah.
The Reno buffets. I love that. That's
we also need to know, in Nevada, do they say Nevada or Nevada right now?
The only people that say Nevada is people that have never been there.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Hey, Tony, we are two days from Christmas. Kids probably getting excited. Just tell us, because we're going to talk about it later on the show as well. Favorite Christmas movie, favorite food around the holidays, and your favorite gift you've ever given or received.
Oh man, I mean, movies. I mean, we're in the stage. I mean, our oldest is 13. The Santa Claus movies are with Tim Allen, they're the best, and the old ones are great too. I mean, the TV's constantly on, with holiday stuff, and my daughter rules the house now with my wife, and so it's the Hallmark movies. Oh my God, it's too much. It's too much.
I was a simple kid from Sonoma. I went and played in the NFL, exactly. And then I came back to my hometown, and my high school flame worked in the coffee shop. I started a wine company,
a pizza restaurant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
they're like Tony and Megan could be a Hallmark movie. Like, exactly.
That we'll start that on the Fat Boy Network. Yeah, that'll be great.
There it is. There it is.
For gifts though, I'm gonna spin it a little bit. I got myself a gift this year, which I'm really excited about. And we have a lot of fun on social media with Three Fat Guys, and we're gonna continue to just expand what we're doing. And it's a new hobby that I've kind of gotten into, but I thought it'd be really cool to kind of show one of the gifts I got myself this year. Let's see how it pops up on the camera.
Oh God! Yeah, you got nice. Wow. Oh, buddy. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Mason Crosby's rookie card.
That's unreal.
Autograph.
Wow.
Heck yeah, buddy.
That's amazing.
Nice. Yeah. Where'd you get that?
I got it for like $3.
I found it in the garbage.
Is that a Cudahy pawn store?
No, it's the best part. Take a look at this.
Goodness.
Look at this.
Jeez, that's deflating.
Yours was more than that. Here's Darren's rookie card.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
That's
a fat guy.
Like $2.
That's awesome. So you're card collecting.
Here's
look at that. Wow, you found all the cards.
Shipping was more expensive than the card. And then I got AJ's.
Oh, nice, with the little jersey swatch in there. Yeah, nice.
Out of 99. I mean, it's fun. It's kind of like the new thing we're gonna start doing is like I've been buying everybody that I was friends with in the NFL.
That's really
rookie
cool.
cards, because they're all like $5 because it's in the era that nobody really cares about. I mean, it's the best part. I mean,
no one cares anymore.
Mason just retired, so his was like, I think it was the most expensive so far. It was like $30-something.
Nice. All right. Yeah, get it while you can, man. Yep, I'm buying them all up. I'm going to make those things really tough to find. There's only like 4 of them, but they're very rare.
Your Christmas present next year is already being thought of.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Right? Here, take the. I just got these ones today. Look at this one. You guys know who that is? That?
I can't see it. What?
Drive.
Oh, Drive. Wow.
Wait, is he wearing number 13?
Is that 13?
Yeah. Isn't it wild?
What?
That's crazy. I did not know he was.
Spencer Havner.
Oh my god!
I like Spencer Havner, man.
Spencer Havner is the best. Yeah. Tony, that is so awesome. I love that you shared that. Those are great. I can't wait. I'm gonna hit you up all the time. Like, all right, what new cards have you collected?
Well, and you said
perfect.
And you said you love doing this, so we might have you on the show a little bit more often.
Whenever
talk some
you
rosé, talk some reds and whites. Let's fill up the bucket.
Let's do it. Don't tempt me with a good time.
All right. Tony.
All right. Challenge accepted. Tony, thank you so much for jumping on today. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, all the good things. Enjoy all those Hallmark movies, brother.
I appreciate it. Merry Christmas, guys. Thanks.
Don't put on 60 pounds over the Christmas break.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. You can't do that anymore. Tony Moll joining us here on the Mason Crosby